Hey everyone, good evening. A very warm welcome to this live session, a special one, all-in-one Chemistry 2 Marathon. I can see Sukhjot is here, Khushi is here. Hi Puneet. Who is this big fan? Hi Ragini, good evening everyone. Hi Mohammad Ali. Hey Nandini. Awesome. So good to know that. Hey Disha, good evening. Hi Siddharth. I am doing well, thank you. How are you? Hey Chinmay. Hi Adya. Great. Hey Divya. Hi Jasnoor, good evening. So how are you feeling? Excited, nervous, कैसा feel कर रहे हो? Hey Isha. Hi Aishwarya. Hi Siddharth. Kaneez, Ananya. Welcome guys, welcome back to your favorite channel BYJU'S class 8, 9 and 10. I'm doing good, thank you so much. Excited. Very excited. Good to know that. Great, awesome. By the way, why am I calling this session as Chemistry Marathon? Marathon में क्या होता है? Patience is the key, right? And you people are in the preparation phase right now, which is more or less like a marathon only, isn't it? So you need to be really patient and वो तो self practice से आएगा. But keep polishing the skill. बहुत important skill है. Patience आपको not just over here, in life बहुत help करेगा. Hey Siddharth, same here. High five. Good evening. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes. Let everybody join in. Excited. Absolutely. Namaste. Hi Aishwarya. Hi Ahana. Sanjana. Muralidharan. Welcome back guys. अब मुझे कुछ names तो learn हो गए. Great. Awesome. Hey Muskan. Hi Priyanjana. Great guys. Yeah, so this session, this revision session is curated in such a way that you will be able to analyze your learning, you will be able to evaluate your learning, and you can also improve your performance, and that's what we need, isn't it? Correct. So if you're all set for this power pack session, give me loads of thumbs up in the comment section, give me loads of smileys so that we get started. And of course, check the entire setup. I hope I'm perfectly visible and audible and this PPT is working fine for you. Yes? Good evening. Welcome guys. Super duper excited. Excited like potassium. Okay. जल्दी से green signal दे दो कि ये setup अच्छे से work कर रहा है so that we get started. Great, awesome. I can see your smiley faces, virtually of course, but still it makes me happy. Great, awesome. Stressed, why stressed? I can see some of you are feeling a bit stressed. Consistent रहो, concentrate करो अच्छे से, and I don't think so there's a reason to worry then. How to concentrate? Well, I think this is a very genuine question and it's a matter of concern for most of you out there. See, how to concentrate से पहले understand why to concentrate. अपने why पे काम करो, how खुद ब खुद sort हो जाएगा. Why do you want to get good marks? Maybe you want to get good marks for yourself, maybe to make your parents and grandparents proud, maybe for your friends, relatives, teachers. आपका why क्या है? Maybe it's because you want to opt a particular subject in class 11th, or maybe it's to explore the subject, to have a deep understanding. कुछ भी हो सकता है, and this why is going to be different for all of you. Yes? So figure out what motivates you, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to your motivation level. Why you want to get good marks. If you can answer this, कि आपको क्यों अच्छे marks चाहिए, I think you will be able to figure out ways कि how to concentrate, how to be consistent, and rest everything will be sorted. So I hope you know your why कि क्यों ऐसे करना है. Yes? Great, awesome. Yes, I can see the test tubes. Yes, Kushi, I'm going to let you know really soon. All right, I can see you people have given me a good to go. And I can see some of you have posted your why also over here in the comment section, which is really interesting. So let's start. All right. First of all, we will be discussing the homework question that we've given you in the last class. And you know, कि एक special mention आएगा for the ones who've actually commented, who've actually understood the concept, they came back, they have, you know, commented the answer. So एक special mention उनका आएगा कि किस किसने ये homework करा है, and let's see. And this time the list is, you know, it's a long list. Fenil, Muskan, Anubhav Pandey, Ritik, Preetam, Angelica, Vipul, Vishal, all in one. Who's this all in one? Suhani, Murali Dharan, Shyamdhani, Puneet, Surya, Hardik, Gungun, Nikesh, Ayush, Ditya, Charvi, Dolly, Aditi Datta, Nishant, Aishwarya, Disha Bhatt, B.S. Rawat, Chandali, Shreya Shukla, Manish Chauhan, Aryan Chatterjee, Tia Jain, Sameer, Shreya. Okay, so Shreya is also there, Shreya is also there. Shivanshu, Sharvari, Tatagat, Harita, Amit, Tejasvi Prakash, Bhagyavardhan, Jay Akash. Wow, so many of you have attempted this question. So if I've taken your name and you're there, just post a smiley so that I know you're here to attend today's session as well. And in case I have not taken your name, which means you've not posted the answer, but you promised to post it. So in that case also, after, you know, today's session get over, there's again going to be a question, a homework question towards the end. If you think you're going to attempt that, and if you really want to, you know, excel in the subject, then you give me a thumbs up. Yeah? Great. Awesome, awesome, guys. Always give answer. That is really, really great. Yes, I know. Some of you are really, really consistent, which is, you know, which is actually the right way. All right, so let's get started now. The question says an element A has an atomic number of 6. Another element B has 17 electrons in its one neutral atom. And then they've given you 3 parts to this question. You can post your answer over here. In case you've not posted it earlier, we can always cross-check the answer now. Yes? Okay, so A part of the question is, in which groups of the periodic table would you expect to find these elements? Now, the key term over here is groups. कौन से group में ये elements हैं? That's what we need to figure out. I can see सुखजोत ने already answer post कर दिया है कि element A जो है वो 14th group में है. Okay. What about element B? Good evening, Shubham. 17th group. Okay, so most of you are landing on the same answer, 14th and 17th. Well, let's see. Okay. Now, for element A, it has been given that the atomic number is 6. That means 6 protons are there, 6 electrons are there. 6 electrons ke basis pe we can write the electronic configuration, which is going to be 2, 4. Now for element B, they have given us that there are 17 electrons in one neutral atom. That's the key takeaway. Neutral atom agar hai, this means कि 17 electrons है, 17 ही protons होंगे. 17 protons indicate directly that the atomic number is 17. And now we can easily write down the configuration, and that's going to be 287, right? So you've got 2, 4, 287 respectively. Now for the group number, we know what we have to do, right? Group number of an element with 4 valence electron is going to be 14. Similarly, for 7 valence electrons, it's going to be 17. And you people have given the correct answer right now here. Yes, I can see the answer. It is absolutely correct. So, this was one part of the question. The next part of the question says what type of bond is being formed between A and B. So, what type of bond do you think is being formed? Let's see. Okay, Kshitij has already identified that these elements are carbon and chlorine. Do you agree with Kshitij? Rajshri Singh, covalent, 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 that's what I can see over here. Loads of people saying covalent. Sneha is also saying covalent. सब लोग क्षितिज के साथ agree कर रहे हैं. So let's see. Type of bond बताना है. Now, we know that A and B are having these configurations respectively, right? Now, A is carbon and B is chlorine, right? So, Kshitij is very much correct over here. Now, both of these are non-metals and covalent bond is being formed by sharing of electrons. Yes, Sakshi, bilkul sahi, covalent bonds. Adya, Yasharth, Darshini, Shubham, Muradharan, Zahid. Bilkul sahi. Yes, Sukhjot. Yes, Madhu. Madhu, I'm going to come to that really soon. Great. Yes. So now we have answered the second part as well. Let's move on to the third one. Suggest a formula of the compound formed between A and B. And before I start discussing, I want you to answer this one first. Let's see. Okay. I can see you people are posting CCl4. Zahid, Kanchan, Sukhjot, Varshita, Yasharth, Rajasi. All of you are saying it is CCl4. Great. Okay. ये तो class 9 का concept है, isn't it? Formula of the compound बताना है. Now, again, for A and B, we know the configurations. Based on the configuration, based on the valence electrons that we have over here, we can figure out the valency, right? 4 valence electrons are there, right? So, valency is 4. For B, 7 valence electrons are here. Now, obviously, it's difficult to lose 7, but it's easy to gain 1. So, valency is 1. Valency is nothing but the combining capacity. All you have to do is crisscross to get the final answer, which is indeed AB4. So, yes, you people have answered this one correctly. Great, awesome. And this is how you have to present your answer. So, element A and element B, they are belonging to group 14 and 17 respectively. Covalent bond is being formed between them. Why? Because they are non-metals. And they will be sharing electrons. The formula of the compound based on their valence electrons, based on their valency, is going to be AB4. Yes, Arya, noted. Thank you. Alright, yes, Neha, you are correct. Dipesh, well done. Hi Muralidharan. Great, yes. So this is how you have to present the answer, and most of you got this one right. In fact, some of you did not answer, but the ones who've answered have got this one correct. Now, इसी same energy के साथ we will move on to the concept session that we are starting now. Right, so we've devised this session, as I told you, we've devised this session in such a way that we will be discussing all the important concepts, and we will also be practicing really important questions together. So if you're all set, let's get started. Great. All right. Okay, so we've got 2 chapters that we have to discuss. No, Sonali, you post your answers, post your queries. Okay, chapters in discussion. We've got 2 chapters, carbon and its compounds, and we've got periodic classification of elements. So these are the 2 chapters that we have. We'll begin with the first one, which is everyone's favorite, carbon. Right, and we know this basic thing about carbon. Its atomic number is 6 and its mass number is 12. Now, based on the atomic number, we know that the protons are 6, we know that the electrons are 6. That is how the electronic configuration will be sorted out. So, 6 electrons we need to place. Let's place the first 2 electrons in the K shell and the next 4 electrons in the L shell. Now, my question to you is, looking at these 4 valence electrons that we have, you can see these 4 valence electrons. Now tell me, Do you think carbon is stable? Yes or a no? A quick yes or a no if you think carbon is stable or not stable. Unanimous answer आ रहा है no. Great. No, 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 no. All of you are saying no. Yes, you all are right. It is not stable. And the reason is, look at this outermost shell. It's incomplete, right? So obviously it is not stable. Now, for carbon, we know that 6 protons are there and 6 electrons are there. If it tries to lose the 4 electrons that are there in the valence shell, it's going to have 2 electrons. 6 protons को कुछ नहीं होगा, वो as it is रहेंगे. Electrons कितने हो गए? 2. But this process would require a large amount of energy, and that's the reason it's unstable. Now the other case is if it tries to gain electrons. If it tries to gain 4 electrons and somehow have 8 electrons in the outermost shell, in that case again the number of protons are going to be the same, but now the number of electrons are 10. And this nucleus is feeling a bit overwhelmed. You know, nucleus is saying I cannot hold on to 4 extra electrons because I just have 6 protons na. So 4 extra electrons को कैसे manage करेंगे? Again, this is going to be unstable. That is how the concept of sharing of electrons is there. So carbon actually becomes stable by sharing its electrons, and when electrons are being shared, what kind of bonds are being formed? What do we call these bonds when, you know, sharing of electrons is taking place? So you have to be really quick in replying today. I'll be shooting a lot of questions and you have to answer quickly. Sneha is the first one to answer this one. Covalent. Correct. And just like Sneha, all of you have answered this one right. So, covalent bonds are being formed and such compounds are known as covalent compounds. See how beautifully they are sharing electrons and becoming stable. So yes, sharing is indeed caring, isn't it? Great, awesome. Now when we talk about covalent bonds, we can have a single bond, double bond and a triple bond. Right? Now, let's discuss these 3 types. When we talk about a single bond, that means one bond is there. In that case, 2 electrons are being shared. Clearly, you can look over here and observe. एक bond में कितने electrons share हो रहे हैं? 2. जब 2 bonds हैं, so 4 electrons are being shared. And 3 bonds are there. How many electrons are being shared? Quick reply. For 3 bonds. Let's see faster finger first कौन है? Okay, Dhruv is the first one to answer this one. See, I know you all know the answer, but जो बहुत जल्दी से answer करेगा या करेगी उसका answer, you know, is going to be the catchy one. So, 3 bonds, which means 6 electrons. Yes, absolutely. I know you people know the answer. Okay, my question to you is, why not 4 bonds between carbon-carbon atom? Carbon, 4 bond carbon. Why is this not possible? We've discussed this, right? If you know the answer, post it in the comment section. Now, when you have to draw the electron dot structure, you will represent only the valence electron. That is really, really important. Because in the exam, they can ask you to draw the electron dot structure. You should know this point कि बस valence electrons को consider करना है, and that's how we will draw the structure. अगर दोनों atoms same हैं, you can use या तो dots या तो cross. And if they are different, then dots and crosses both, right? Lavya says it becomes unstable. Why? That is absolutely correct, but there is more to it. Great. Yes, I can see you people are attempting the question. Alright, so till here it is all sorted. Let's do one thing now. Let's draw the electron dot structure of methane. By the way, what's the formula of methane? What's the molecular formula? Quickly. Again, I'm going to look for the one who's going to answer it first. Methane. Again, Dhruv Gandhi is the first one to answer. It is CH4. So you've got carbon, you've got hydrogen, right? For hydrogen, the atomic number is 1. For carbon, the atomic number is 6. For hydrogen, the configuration becomes 1. For carbon, it becomes 2, 4. Now, I just told you we are just concerned with the valence electrons, 4 and 1 respectively. So, carbon is going to share 4 electrons and each hydrogen is going to share 1 electron. And this is how the structure is going to look like. This is how the sharing of electron is going to happen. Yes? Clear? Yes, so the green dots over here, as you can see, are representing the electrons, valence electrons of carbon, and the yellow ones, valence electron, that is the 1 electron of hydrogen. Awesome. So in the exam, if they give you any structure, post a thumbs up if you will be able to draw. If they give you any question, basically post a thumbs up if you will be able to draw its structure. अगर वो आपको कोई भी compound देते हैं, maybe they give you say nitrogen or any other compound for that matter, you will be able to draw the electron dot structure. If you're confident enough, give me a thumbs up so that I know कि हमारी preparation on point चल रही है. Great, awesome. I can see loads and loads and loads of thumbs up. You people are pretty confident, huh? I mean, I'm also really confident. I have seen you work so hard throughout. Great. All right. Chalo. Moving on to the versatile nature of carbon. Why do you think carbon is, so extraordinary? Multi-talented element क्यों है? You are going to tell me the answer. Now that we've done the syllabus once, you are going to tell me why is carbon considered to have versatile nature. Jasnoor says tetravalent है इसलिए. Kanaga says catenation है इसलिए. And they both are right, isn't it? So, because of tetravalency and catenation, so carbon has 4 valence electrons. Its valency is 4. It can, combine with monovalent, divalent, trivalent, all kinds of atoms. Catenation is the self-linking property due to which carbon is combining with carbon, 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 and it can form so many, it can form basically a long chain of so many carbons together. अच्छा, carbon के बाद कौन सा element आपके दिमाग में आता है when I say or when I talk about catenation? Let's see who's going to answer this one first. Any other element showing catenation? मुरलीधरन ने सबसे पहले आंसर दिया है. He is saying silicon है and he's right. Silicon shows the property of catenation. But in case of silicon compounds, you can see that the chain is up to 7 to 8 silicon atoms. Now again, my question to you is, why is this that in case of silicon, the extent is less than as compared to carbon? Yes, Sakshi, correct. Why is this happening? अच्छा, केमिस्ट्री के आंसर्स आके बंद करके दे सकते हैं, इतनी अच्छी प्रैक्टिस हो चुकी है. ग्रेट. जसनूर ने बहुत अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करा हुआ है. ऑल आंसर्स आर कमिंग योर. करेक्ट, यू गाइज आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. नाउ coming to allotropes of carbon. Right. By the way, what are allotropes? You can see diamond, graphite, Buckminster fullerene. ये allotropes है carbon के. But allotropes होता क्या है? What is the meaning of this term allotropes? And इसको isotopes से confuse नहीं करना है. Let's see now who's going to answer this one first. Different physical forms, and so many of you answered this at the same time. करेक्ट, बिल्कुल सही. एलन थॉमस के साथ सब अग्री कर रहे हैं. नाउ look at these 3 structures. When you look at these 3 structures, you realize that in all these 3 structures, carbon atoms are there and they are being placed differently. Correct? But essentially they're all carbon atoms. That's the reason they're going to have same chemical properties, as they are made from atoms of the same element, that is carbon here. But their physical properties are going to be very different. because of the different arrangement, and this arrangement is pretty different, huh? Clearly we can see that. Yes. Acha, question de ispe bhi. Okay, then post one use of diamond, one use of graphite, and one use of fullerenes in the comment section. Any one use of your choice. Yes, correct. Property nahi. You have to post uses, jewelry, okay? I can see some of you posting about properties. Yeah, diamond is actually really hard. We've got drilling machines made of diamond. Great, yes. Pencil lead, graphite. Phenyl, awesome. Buckminster fullerene is being actually used, or at least they are trying to use it in curing cancer. Awesome, guys. All right, great. Now, hydrocarbons. Before I actually dive into what is a saturated and what is an unsaturated hydrocarbon, first tell me what are hydrocarbons? क्या होते हैं hydrocarbons? I know I'm kind of giving you a very simple question to answer, but yes, I want to see how quickly you can answer these simple questions. And basically, who answers it first? Muralidharan. मुरलीधरन ने सबसे पहले आंसर दे दिया है कि कार्बन होगा और हाइड्रोजन होगा. And then I can see so many of you are posting the same answer. Great, yes. Simple. Hydrocarbon, hydrogen and carbon. Only hydrogen and carbon, that is what is important, right? Now these hydrocarbons can be saturated and they can be unsaturated. Now you know what my next question is going to be, right? For saturated ones, you've got to basically understand that we are having single bond over here. That's a saturated hydrocarbon. My question to you is, then what is an unsaturated hydrocarbon? क्या होता है unsaturated? Saturated, I've solved half bit of it, right? Saturated will contain single bond, and this family, this class is known as alkanes, right? We can see the example of ethane over here. Now tell me what are unsaturated. Double bond, okay. Is it all, or there is more to it? Think about it. Double bond is correct. Triple bond, yes. Now you people have got it right. Alkenes have carbon-carbon double bond. So double bond between carbon atoms. For example, over here, ethene is the example. Yes. For alkynes, which is another class, there is carbon triple bond carbon. For example, you've got ethyne. So alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, single bond, double bond, triple bond. Yes, I actually gave you a way to remember. So this A over here, E and Y. So alphabetical order mein A comes first, then E, then Y, right? So 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bonds. 1 bond, 2 bonds, 3 bonds. That's how you can easily remember and not forget them. Yes? It's really cool. Some of you are actually posting general formula already. We're going to come to that. Awesome. Now I saw somebody was writing about isomers. So what I'm doing over here is I am telling you that these two are isomers. Now tell me what is similar, what is same actually, and what is different. Look at these two. I'm already telling you they are structural isomers. क्या same है और क्या different है? right, yes, correct. So the molecular formula is the same. You can see C4H10, C4H10. But they are looking really different. That means the structures are not the same. Structures are different. So same molecular formula and different structures. Such compounds that we have over here, they are isomers, structural isomers, and this phenomena is isomerism. Great. Yeah, so there are a lot of terms and you tend to get confused. Allotropes एक term है, isotopes एक term है, isomers एक term है. इनको बहुत अच्छे से fundamental level पे अभी ही clear कर लो, so that you are really confident if any question comes in the exam. Great, awesome. All right, now structural isomers of pentane. We've taken this example of pentane. Pent means 5, ane means it's an alkane. So it's an alkane of 5 carbon atoms, right? So 5 carbon atoms being placed in a straight chain, linear chain. सबसे simple is your first structure, first isomer. In the second one, some branching is being done. हमेशा पहले आप कार्बन बना लो 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After you do this, just satisfy the valency of carbon. That's it. Just place the hydrogen based on the valency of carbon. So this carbon over here, one bond is already being formed, right? It can form 3 more bonds, and that's how you'll repeat it for the rest. Now for the isomer 3 that we have over here, double branching is being done, right? So this is double branching. Still the number of carbon atoms, they are 5, right? And accordingly you will place hydrogen, and this is how the final structure is going to look like. Yes, स्नेहा ने नेम भी कर दिया इन्हें. Hestia Mujib is saying this question was asked in my model exam. That is the entire purpose of this session. So in this session you will realize that we are picking up all the important concepts, all the important questions, all the questions which are basically, they can be expected in the exam. Great. Alright, now coming to functional groups. Which functional group is this? Quickly you have to answer this one. जल्दी से बताओ ये कौन सा फंक्शनल ग्रुप है? सबसे पहले कौन आंसर देगा? Lightning speed से. Okay, Hestia Mujib has answered this one. This is alcohol. Okay, next one on your screen over here. Which is this one? First one to answer. I have moved on to the next one, guys. I can see you people are posting alcohol, alcohol. Now we are here. Which is this one? Carboxylic acid, and Sanjana is the first one to answer this one. Awesome. Let's move on to the next one. Tell me about this now. Which is this functional group? Asmi says ketone. Think about it again. Alright, halogens. Just Noor has answered this one. This category is actually halogens. Moving on to the next one. Identify this now. Halogens is done, guys. Move on to the next one now. Alcohol, okay. Anybody else? Alright, again, this time Muralidharan is the first one to answer. This is a ketone. Finally, the last one. Who's going to answer this one first? Anvesh Mahajan ने बोल दिया है कि ये aldehyde है, and we all agree with him, right? So these are the functional groups that we have. And quickly identify करना है exam में. कैसे quickly identify करोगे? जो आपका alcohol है, it can be placed anywhere across the chain. Halogen can be placed anywhere across the chain. ये दोनों groups को आप कहीं पे भी रख दो, इन्हें कोई टेंशन नहीं है. They are very flexible groups. Acid जो आपका है, it's always present at the end of the chain. ठीक है? Aldehyde जो है always present at the end of the chain. That's how you can identify these functional groups. Ketone की अगर हम बात करें, it's going to be always in the middle. It needs somebody on the left, it needs somebody on the right. थोड़ा dependent type का functional group है ये ketone. Yes? Yeah, so these functional groups are going to provide certain specific properties to the compounds. If you can identify any functional group given to you in the exam, give me a quick thumbs up in the comment section. जल्दी से एक thumbs up दे दो so that I know yes कि ये जो topic है इसमें you people are pretty sure now. Oh wow, I can see smiley faces. Thumbs up. Great. All right, बहुत बढ़िया. चलो, let's move on to the next one, which is homologous series. Now, this is basically series of compounds with the same functional group. That's going to substitute for hydrogen, right? That's what is a homologous series. Over here, we've shown homologous series of alcohol, methanol, ethanol, and propanol. Now, there are certain characteristics. As you go from one member to the next, what happens? In a way, you're adding CH2. From here to here, from here to here, CH2 is being added. So adjacent members differ by CH2 group. अब अगर वो CH2 group से differ कर रहे हैं, that means it's going to be a mass difference of 14U. Why? Because mass of carbon is taken as 12, for hydrogen it's 1. So you've got CH2. So 12, 1, 1. Just add, it comes out to be 14. Correct. Now the next characteristic which you people have stated long back because you all are really awesome कि homologous series में जब हम बात करते हैं there is going to be a general formula. For example, in case of alkanes, the general formula is CnH2n plus 2. For alkenes, CnH2n. For alkynes, CnH2n minus 2. Now what I want you to notice over here is जब हम alkenes की बात कर रहे हैं N23 ऐसे जा रहा है 1 नहीं है. Alkynes में भी N1 नहीं है. Why? Why is that? The answer is really simple. In case of alkenes, if you put N equal to 1, this will become CH2, right? This is nothing but CH2. Carbon की valency satisfied है. Yes or no? A quick yes or no? 1 is not possible because the valency is not satisfied. No. Correct. Now, when we talk about alkyne, now you put N equal to 1. So, this becomes C1H 2 into 1 minus 2, which is 2 minus 2, which is 0. So, H0. This is effectively carbon only. That is why in alkenes and alkynes, we are starting with N equal to 2. This is a very common mistake in the exam. If they ask you for the general formula and some examples, start with N equal to 2 in case of alkenes and alkynes. Yes? Great, awesome. Chalo, moving on to the next one. Members show gradual increase in the physical properties with increase in molecular mass. Obviously baat hai, with every member CH2 is being added. With every member if CH2 is being added in a way, mass is being added. Mass agar बढ़ रहा है तो क्या होगा? If mass is increasing, physical properties like melting and boiling point will also increase. Because more energy will be required to melt and boil these substances. Yes, these compounds. So out of these three, methanol, ethanol, propanol, if I ask you कि melting point, boiling point की बात कर रहे हैं या कोई भी physical property की बात कर रहे हैं, सबसे ज़्यादा value किस case में आएगी? Methanol, ethanol और propanol? For any physical property that we are talking. Propanol. Alright, now think about this. What is the physical state of methanol, ethanol and propanol? Yes, think about this also. Okay, with this we are done with carbon and its compounds, and now it's time to start with another very interesting chapter, which is periodic classification of elements. If carbon is crystal clear, again give me a quick thumbs up, post a smiley so that I know that we can get started with the next very important chapter. Great. Someone's writing 100% clear. It's good to see that you people are so confident. Awesome, guys. So let's get started with this periodic classification of elements. जब भी हम periodic classification की बात करते हैं हमें मेंडलीव की याद जरूर आती है. This happens, right? Because he gave the periodic law. He gave Mendeleev's periodic law. And what is this law all about? So he placed elements over here in the increasing order of their atomic masses. He said that the properties of these elements are going to be a function of their atomic mass. And when we talk about atomic mass being the basis, there were few problems, but then at least he could come up with a very organized manner, with a systematic manner to at least start with. कुछ तो मिला, कुछ base तो मिला. There's a table, elements are being placed. So yes, there are achievements of his classification, which we should be discussing. So let me ask you कि क्या क्या achievements हैं Mendeleev की periodic table की. Let's see if you remember कि इतना हार्ड वर्क करा है मेंडलीव ने. याद है कि क्या क्या करा है? Yes, I know. So, Dobereiner was there, Newland was there. We are starting with Mendeleev because this classification is really important. And what I've realized over time is कि Dobereiner, Newland तो आपने master कर लिया है. You know what is happening there, you know the laws and everything. Gaps, correct. Noble gases. Yes, guys, absolutely. I can see you people are posting the achievements and this is like your achievement that you're able to remember Mendeleev ki achievement. So, first of all, you see over here that he has inverted the sequence. Now, again, this point is going to come back again when we talk about the drawback. What you need to understand over here is, अगर उसने sequence invert कर दी, उसका advantage क्या हुआ? That he could place similar property elements together. This is a kind of an achievement, right? Next, when we talk about his achievement, he left some gaps, which you people are already answering. He left some gaps, and he said that these gaps, I will name it as Eka boron, Eka silicon, Eka aluminium. Now, you have to tell me these three elements. So later on, three elements which were being predicted, which could actually be, placed here without disturbing any other element. कौन से तीन elements थे? Eka means first, yes. Gallium, correct. Germanium, okay. Cesium, no. Scandium. Yes, you've got the three right. So it's scandium, gallium and germanium. Correct. So basically these elements, when they were being discovered later, they could be in a way placed here perfectly fine. And they had similar properties as well. Yes? So kitna sahi hai? You could actually, predict the existence of certain elements. I mean, far-sightedness दिख रही है इससे, isn't it? Hi Jaitra Praneeth, we will be playing a game. So no other game over here in the chat box. When we'll start with the questions, we are going to play with a game as well. Yes, I can see this. Somebody named Mendeleev over here. Great, awesome. Alright, now the third one. Again, something that you people have already answered. Noble gases, when they were being discovered, they could actually be put over here without disturbing the presence of other elements, without disturbing the organization of other elements, which is also really, really cool, isn't it? कुछ बहुत टाइम बाद डिस्कवर हुआ, नोबल गैसेस डिस्कवर हुई, जब उनको प्लेस करा हमने पीरियोडिक टेबल में, मेंडलीव के पीरियोडिक टेबल में, तो उससे बाकी एलिमेंट्स को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. In a way they were being welcomed only in this particular table. Yes? Great. So if they ask you about any one achievement, focus on these two first. because this is again going to come back in drawback. So yes, in case they ask you 3, then you go with these 3. In case they ask you for 1 or 2, this is going to be your sequence of preference. All right, moving on to the limitations. First of all, no fixed position was given to hydrogen. Hydrogen को यार समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कहाँ रखेंगे, group 1 or group 7, because it's resembling elements belonging to group 1 also, elements belonging to group 7 also. Great, awesome. You people are sharing your pre-board marks. Okay, next one. Isotopes were discovered later which violated the law. Isotopes क्या होते हैं? First you answer this. What exactly are isotopes? You know, in this class we've talked about allotropes, we've talked about isomers, now we're talking about isotopes. Yes, Jasnoor, isotopes were a problem, but what are isotopes? Mendeleev is answering. So someone named Mendeleev is here, and he is saying कि isotopes का atomic number same होता है, mass different होता है. अब यार वो Mendeleev है, इसकी बात तो माननी पड़ेगी. So yes, अब अगर atomic number same है, अभी तक atomic number का concept नहीं आया, but mass तो अलग है. So for example, I talk about carbon. Say suppose carbon 12 is there, carbon 14 is also there. If you will start placing it at 2 different spots, then that makes no sense, right? That is why they were violating the law. Third is, the trend is not increasing regularly. This we have already seen, right? The trend is not increasing regularly. Cobalt with higher atomic mass is coming first. Yes. Great, awesome. Yes, cobalt nickel, correct. All right, now coming to modern periodic table. There are 18 groups and there are 7 periods. 18 groups हैं, 7 periods हैं. So, this is what you can see over here. You can see 18 columns are there, you can see 7 rows are here, you can cross check it also. And this table is based on atomic number. Modern periodic law क्या कहता है? Properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Now my question to you is, why is atomic number considered to be a more fundamental property than atomic mass? A quick reply, a crisp reply, छोटा सा reply कर दो जल्दी से. Let's see. Yes, increasing atomic number, but why is it considered to be a more fundamental property? Ampere says it increases gradually. Henry Moseley भी आ गया. So we have Mendeleev, we've got Henry Moseley, everybody is joining, everybody is changing their names, making it something interesting and coming back. Yes, because it's increasing uniformly, one by one, right? So the difference is the same throughout. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's increasing regularly. Constant value से increase कर रहा है, that is 1. Can we maximize the chat box, please? Great, awesome, thank you. All right, so moving on to the trend of valency. अब ये बहुत important topic है, इस पे बहुत सारे questions आते हैं कि trend क्या है इस chapter में. And based on that, you can expect a lot of questions wherein you have to actually, analyze the question. समझना पड़ेगा. Left to right क्या हो रहा है, down the group क्या हो रहा है. So this part of the chapter is extremely important. बहुत important है ये part, and let's get started. So the first is valency. Valency क्या होता है? It's the combining capacity. Now to understand valency, you need to first understand what exactly are valence electrons. Electrons which are present in the outermost shell, they are going to be a valence electron. For group 1, you can see 1. Group 2, you can see 2. Group 3, you can see 3. Group 4, you can see 4. Okay, group 13 is 3. Group 14 is 4. Group 15, you can see 5. Group 16, you can see 6. Group 17, you can see 7. And group 18, you can see 8. ठीक है? So group 1, group 2, group 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I have written the respective valence electrons. So this is what? This is valence electrons. Now, based on this valence electron, we can decide the valency, which is the combining capacity. If the valence electron is 1, valency is also 1. If it's 2, valency is also 2. If it's 3, valency is 3. If it's 4, valency is 4. It's all sorted till here. It's increasing. But then we know that it's decreasing. And why is it decreasing? Well, let's see. For elements which are, falling in group 15 to 18, what is happening? It is going to be 8 minus valence electrons. So this is going to be your valency. So what is 8 minus 5? It's 3. What is 8 minus 6? It's 2. 8 minus 7, 1. 8 minus 8, 0. Right? So this is how the valency is first increasing and then decreasing. So please understand, if in the exam they ask you what happens to valence electrons are just increasing 1 to 8. Valency is increasing and then decreasing. Now down the group, pick up any group that you like, you will notice that the number of valence electrons are the same, due to which the valency will also remain same. Yes? Correct. Alright, now coming to atomic size, what happens? When we talk about atomic size, we are basically talking about the radius, atomic radius, right? So distance between the center of the nucleus and outermost shell of an isolated atom. Ab down the group kya ho raha hai? What do you think? Just look at this and tell me down the group kya ho raha hai? What is happening to size? Increasing, decreasing, remaining same, whatever comes to your mind. Though I hope the correct answer will be posted over here. Alan Thomas says increases. Jasnoor says increases. Increases. Decreases. Gauri is saying decreases. Rest everybody is saying increases. Chalo, for this one is for you, Gauri, then. Okay, down the group, effective nuclear charge is decreasing. If the effective nuclear charge is decreasing, then in a way, the attraction is decreasing, right? So atomic size is increasing. Now left to right, what happens across a period? Effective nuclear charge is increasing. Attraction ज़्यादा हो रही है, due to which atomic size is decreasing. So this one's for you, Gauri. If you've understood this trend, give me a thumbs up or post a smiley, write a yes, write a yo, whatever suits you. Just let me know that you've understood your mistake. Great, awesome. Alright, so Gauri has posted an emoji over here confirming that she's understood the concept. But yeah, chalo, let's move on to the metallic character. Now when we talk about metallic character, we know that metals, they tend to lose electrons. They're electropositive, right? And they form positive ions then. Now more the tendency to lose electron, more will be the metallic character. Simple. Metals इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करना चाह रहे हैं, जितनी ज्यादा टेंडेंसी होगी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज करने की, उतना मेटालिक कैरेक्टर क्या होगा? ज्यादा. यस, ग्रेट, ऑसम. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन टू यू इज, बिफोर आई डाइव स्ट्रेट इनटू दिस metallic character trend, you have to tell me what happens to the metallic character down the group and across the period. Okay, first you tell me what happens to metallic character across the period. Left to right, if we are moving left to right, तो क्या होगा? Tell me the trend. Let's see. You answer it first. Decrease, increase, remain same. Decreases, 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 decreases. Okay. Most of you are saying it decreases. Let me see if anybody feels it increases. Shreya Nidhi feels it increases, metallic character increases. Rest, I can see most of you are giving the same answer, that it decreases. Alright, so this part is for you, Shreya. Now, okay. Down the group क्या होगा वो भी बता दो. अभी we've discussed across a period, right? Down the group, what do you think? Increase or decrease? Left to right, I've understood. Most of you are saying decreases. Shreya is saying increases. Down the group, what happens? Increases, 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 increases. All right. Great, great, great. Everyone is saying increases. Ahana is saying decreases. Rest everybody is saying increases. All right. Ahana and Shreya, let's understand this question properly now. Down the group, what is happening? Effective nuclear charge is decreasing. We just discussed this, right? Attraction कम हो रही है. अब अगर attraction कम हो रही है तो electron को lose करना easy है. Electron को lose करना easy है. So the tendency to lose electrons is sorted here. And that's the reason that metallic character increases down the group. Right? So if you've understood this, Ahana, give me a smiley over here. Now across a period, what happens? Effective nuclear charge is increasing. If effective nuclear charge is increasing, attraction is increasing. Attraction जो आपकी न्यूक्लियस की इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के साथ है वो बढ़ रही है. वो इलेक्ट्रॉन को छोड़ना ही नहीं चाह रहे. So the tendency to lose electrons in a way decreases, due to which metallic character also decreases. Yes, Shreya, I hope you understood now. Great, awesome. So Gauri, Ahana, Shreya, you've understood the metallic character. So let's move on to the non-metallic character. बिल्कुल opposite कर दूँ. They have a tendency to accept electrons, to gain electrons and form negative ions, right? Like this. Now, more the tendency to accept electrons, more will be the non-metallic character. जब हम metallic character की बात करते हैं, we talk about tendency to lose electron. जब हम non-metallic character की बात कर रहे हैं, we are basically talking about the tendency to accept or gain electrons. Yes. I know, you've kind of predicted my question already. You know I'm about to ask this. क्या होगा non-metallic character का trend? And you have to answer, okay, just one part, across the period. Across the period, non-metallic character, is it increasing, is it decreasing, is it remaining same? Priyanshu says increases. Rushi, I'll wait for your answer. Increases, increases, increasing. Everybody is saying it increases. Thank you, Kriti Jaiswal. Okay, some of you are writing it increases without a doubt. Ma'am, कैसा question पूछ रहे हो? इतना simple question है ये. It makes me really happy when you start finding the questions easy. This actually means that your preparation is really, really good. Great! Yes, increases. अच्छा, Arpita is saying decreases. बाकी सब कह रहे हैं increase. तो अर्पिता को explain कर देते हैं question. Okay, trend of non-metallic character. First, we're talking about down the group. Then I'll come to across a period that I have already discussed with you. Down the group, what happens? Electronegativity क्या हो रही है? Decrease. Electronegativity क्या है? Tendency to gain the shared pair of electrons, right? वो कम हो रही है. Shared pair of electrons attract नहीं हो रहे. अगर वो नहीं हो रहे, so tendency to accept electrons को क्या होगा? वो भी decrease होगा. So non-metallic character decreases. Now coming to the question that I asked you, what happens to non-metallic character across a period? That means as we go from left to right. Now over here, electronegativity increases across the period. The tendency to attract the shared electrons is basically increasing. If that is increasing, so non-metallic character, that's, what is it? It's the tendency to gain electrons, right? It is also going to increase. Alright, if these two trends of metallic and non-metallic character are crystal clear, give me loads of thumbs up, loads of smileys. So that I know कि यार यहाँ तक जितना भी डिस्कस करा है Everything is crystal clear now. Great. Awesome, awesome. Yes, okay. So you people are asking about the reactivity trend. जब भी reactivity की बात आएगी, understand this thing that we have to answer this in two ways. आप जब लेफ्ट टू राइट की बात कर रहे हो, रिएक्टिविटी की जब आप बात कर रहे हो, मेटल्स की रिएक्टिविटी हम किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में निकाल रहे हैं? हम निकाल रहे हैं मेटल्स की रिएक्टिविटी इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ लूजिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, राइट? नॉन मेटल्स की किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में है? टू गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो इफ आई कंपेयर से सोडियम, मैग्नीशियम, एल्यूमिनियम, randomly I've picked up, if I compare these three metals based on reactivity, सोडियम को बस एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करना है, मैग्नीशियम को 2 करने हैं, एल्यूमिनियम को 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज करने हैं, राइट? सो इन केस ऑफ sodium, if only 1 electron is to be lost, don't you think it's comparatively easy to lose 1 electron than to lose 2 electrons than to lose 3 electrons? So what is happening to the reactivity of metals across a period? It decreases. But say suppose I talk about, I am comparing sulfur and chlorine over here, non-metals, right? Now in case of sulfur, it needs to gain 2 electrons, chlorine needs to gain 1 electron to become stable. Now in this reactivity, it's easier to gain 1 electron than to gain 2 electrons, right? एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लेना है या 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन लेने हैं, comparatively क्या आसान है? एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लेना. So non-metals की reactivity को क्या हो रहा है across a period? It is increasing. So reactivity of metals is decreasing, reactivity of non-metals is increasing. Yes, chlorine is going to be more reactive. Great, awesome. Thank you for giving me loads of thumbs up. That means this part is also sorted. So let's quickly summarize all these trends. So ये जो slide है ना, this is going to be really, really important. We are summarizing all the concepts over here when it comes to trends. Valency, first increases, then decreases. Note this down somewhere. आप बार बार उसको read करोगे, आप उसको understand करोगे, exam में एकदम से आपको याद आ जाएगा. Valency down the group remains constant. Why is it remaining constant? Because the number of valence electrons, they are the same. Pick up, say suppose I pick up this group 2 or maybe any other group of your choice. Yes? Yes, so group 17 में भी यही हो रहा है. आप जब configuration लिखोगे, you will realize that the valence electrons are the same, due to which valency is same. Next you have is atomic radius, which is decreasing across a period and it's increasing down the group. Down the group यार shells add हो रहे हैं, obviously increase होता हुआ दिख रहा है हमें clearly, right? Alright, next one is metallic character. This I've given you a shortcut to remember this also. You've got metals on the left side, right? Mostly. Non-metals on the right side. So metallic character is decreasing, non-metallic is increasing as you go from left to right across a period. In case of down the group, metallic character increases, non-metallic character decreases. Yes? Great, awesome. Alright, with this, we have covered the conceptual part and now it's time to solve some great questions together. So I hope you people are ready with a pen and a paper and a lot of positive spirit. Because I'm going to shoot questions back to back now and you have to be really fast at attempting. तो आपको correct answer भी देना है, जल्दी answer भी देना है. Correct start? Quick thumbs up in the comment section if you are ready. Yes, with a lot of competitive spirit also. Great, yes. Yes, please, no silly mistakes. Silly mistakes nahi karni because that's the worst kind of mistake that we do and we just lose marks for no reason. Aata hua galat kar dete hain. So it's going to be a good practice session abhi. Ab jo hum karne wale hain. Yes? All the important questions. Yes, we are about to start with this one now. I can see some of you writing that you will try, which is really, really good. See, it doesn't matter whether you come up with the right or the wrong answer. The main thing is that you try. Attempt करो questions. Questions से डरो मत. You know, some questions you might be aware of कि यार ये तो आता है. Still they are being placed over here to reinforce certain concepts because they are really important from the exam point of view. That's how we have designed this entire question bank for you people. Great. Yes, be ready because we are going to solve all the important questions. I'm waiting for a thumbs up in the comment section. I'm waiting for loads of smileys so that I shoot the first question then. Great, thank you for giving me a good to go. And the first question is right in front of you. Which of the following statements are usually correct for carbon compounds? These are good conductors of electricity, poor conductors of electricity, have strong force of attraction between their molecules, have not so strong force of attraction. Now, you will be given 60 seconds to solve and a poll is right there in front of you and your time starts now. Poll आपके सामने है, आपको 60 seconds मिले हैं. Question को बहुत अच्छे से read करो before you answer. Which of the following statements are usually correct? पहली बात तो correct statements देखनी है. For carbon compounds. Good conductor हैं कि bad conductor हैं? Strong force of attraction है molecules के बीच में कि weak force of attraction है? That's all you need to figure out. And you're still left with 30 seconds. Let's see कि majorly किस-किसने क्या answer दिया है. Most of you are saying it's option D, okay. I can see you getting confused between option B and D. Okay, we will be discussing this. You still have time. If you've not attempted this poll question, go ahead, quickly attempt this one because you are just left with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up. Okay, let's discuss this answer now. Now, when we talk about the correct statements, right? Carbon compounds की बात जब हम करते हैं, they are formed by sharing of electrons. We all know that by now, right? So, covalent bond is being formed. Covalent bond कैसे बनता है? Sharing of electrons से बनता है. अब अगर electrons share हो गए, so there are no free ions due to which they are poor conductors of electricity. So, this is what we figured out, right? इतना हमें यहाँ से clear हो गया. Now, let's see. The next part of the question, the third and the fourth statements that were being given to you. अगर covalent bond बन रहा है, so weak intermolecular force of attraction is going to be there. Yeah? So this brings us to the correct answer, which is option D. And 58% of you have actually marked option D as the correct one. So well done. But for the ones who are getting confused between B and D, I hope now the question is clear to you. Yes? Great, awesome. I can see some of you are just taking a sigh of relief कि यार हमारा आंसर तो बिल्कुल सही आ गया है. अच्छा, पोल आएगा, 60 seconds मिलेंगे, but try attempting it in say like 5 to 10 seconds maybe. Work on your speed also. It's okay if you got this one wrong. See, that is the entire purpose of this. First of all, never say sorry if you get something wrong. It's okay, you're learning, right? So, over here, when you get some question wrong, तो मुझे sorry मत बोलो बिल्कुल भी. I'm going to be happy that you are learning from your mistake. That is way more important. Puneet is saying 0 second में answer कर दो. अच्छा. कैसे? 0 second में? थोड़ा time question read करने में भी लग जाएगा. So, Amit Varshini is saying, let me try in the next one to answer quickly. Alright, so there you go. The next question is right in front of you. On the basis of electronic configuration of X, the group number and the period number of the element is, and again you will be given 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Figure out whether it's group 15, period 2, or group 13, period 2, or group 9, period 5, or group 13, period 5. What is the correct answer when we talk about X? आपको X given है, आपको X का atomic number given है, आपको X का mass number given है. But of course, you have to make use of the atomic number over here. Think about it. Make use of the atomic number. Atomic number से आपको configuration पता चलेगी, configuration से आपको valence electrons पता चलेंगे. Try this one out. You still left with some amount of time. Most of you are landing on the correct one, but yes, I can see incorrect answers also being posted in the chat box. Don't worry, we will cater to this question. We will make sure that you are understanding what the concept is, what is the underlying concept in this question. Alright, time's up. Well, let's see. Okay, 43% of you could answer correctly, but I can see कुछ confusion भी हुई है. देखते हैं, चलो. हम X की बात कर रहे हैं. ये क्या होता है? Atomic number. ये क्या होता है? Mass number. Atomic number क्या है? 5. 5 protons are there. 5 electrons are there. If 5 electrons are there, configuration becomes 2, 3. Now the mistake that you've done is you've taken 5 as it is. आपने electronic configuration लिखा ही नहीं and you went with option A. If that's the case, बहुत जल्दी तो आंसर कर दिया but correctly नहीं करा. Now over here, number of shells they determine the period number. Number of shells से आपको period number पता चलेगा. कितने shells है? K shell है, L shell है. 2 shells are there, so that means period 2. 3 shells होते तो period 3 हो जाता. अभी 2 shells है, so period 2. Now for the group number, you just had to add 10. You will get the group number as 13. So X has 3 valence electrons, therefore it belongs to group 13, and the correct answer was option B. Now what you've done is, I know you've taken this 5 as it is. तभी group 15 कर दिया, isn't it? Yeah, see, I understood that this is where you made a mistake, which is okay. Exam में भी ऐसे questions आएंगे. There also you have to be really, really careful that, you know, we try to finish the question paper on time, which is good. 2 hours का है तो 1.5 में कोशिश करते हैं, 3 hours का है तो 2.5 में कोशिश करते हैं. Time limit से पहले we try to wind it up, which is really good. Leave that revision time with you so that you can go back to the questions and cross check कि जल्दी करने के चक्कर में कहीं आता वो concept गलत तो नहीं कर दिया. Yes? All right, चलो. Are you ready for the next question? Great, awesome. Good to see your energy. Next question is right there on your screen. हमने अभी discuss किया है, so I'm expecting quick answers. What are the 2 properties of carbon, which is basically responsible for the huge number of carbon compounds that we see around us? First of all, I hope we agree with the question that we see a lot of carbon compounds around us, right? You're carbon based, I'm carbon based, we all are carbon based. Everything, like literally everything you see around you is kind of having carbon in some way or the other. Tetravalency, catenation. Correct, correct. Same answer is being given by all of you, which means अभी जब हम revise कर रहे थे ना, when we were revising the concepts, you were having good concentration at that time. Okay, first of all, question में देखना कितनी properties पूछी हैं. For any question, highlight the keywords. It's very, very important. What approach we are having over here to answer the questions. Understand the approach. Exam में वही approach रखना है. So that even half a mark is not something that we are losing. ठीक है? Now, when we talk about carbon, it has 4 valence electrons. We've already discussed valency is 4. It's tetravalent, and of course, it can self-combine, self-link, which is catenation. So yes, you people got this one absolutely right. And yes, I was about to mention this. I can see loads of you are saying ये तो speed से answer करा है. बिल्कुल सही. ये वाला question actually आपने बहुत speed से answer करा है. Great, awesome. चलो, moving on to the next one. But first, okay, this is how your answer sheet should look like. This is how you need to present your answer. Carbon can form large number of compounds due to these reasons: tetravalency and catenation. So it has 4 electrons. It's in a way tetravalent. It requires 4 more to achieve stability, to achieve that noble gas configuration. So it shares these electrons and forms large number of compounds. Talking about catenation, this is a very great kind of a property it shows, and it bonds with other atoms of carbon. Correct? Alright. So I hope you've understood how you need to present the answer in the exam. Great, awesome. So Damar is saying next question please. Let's move on to the next question. The elements A, B, C, D, E have atomic numbers 9, 11, 17, 12 and 13 respectively. Which pair of elements belong to the same group? 60 seconds will be given to you, a poll is going to appear and your time starts now. Think about this question. थोड़ा सा time लगाओ सोच के and tell me. A, B, C, D, E. 5 आपको elements given है. They have given you the atomic number as 9, 11, 17, 12 and 13. Atomic number say you can easily figure out the electronic configuration, right? So there was a question that we just discussed. Based on that, apply that knowledge here. See, all the questions are interconnected. Sub questions interconnected hai. You need to keep applying your knowledge. Yes? Great. ये question most of you are answering right. I can see that. Which means you've learned from your previous mistake, and that is the entire purpose of this session. That even if you make mistake, you learn from those. Alright, time's up, and I can see 71% of you have answered this one correctly. So it was some 40-50% last time, which is now, it has increased to 71. So well done, first of all, well done. Because you know, within the session, if you're improving, then of course, post this session, जब आप revise करोगे chapter, then तो बहुत अच्छे से आप improve करोगे. You will be able to enhance your knowledge, you will be able to enhance your learning, which is simply great. Okay, let's understand how to approach such questions. First of all, when you see that various elements are being given to you with various atomic numbers, क्या करना है? सबके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिख लो. फॉर ए एटॉमिक नंबर इज 9, 2, 7. बी एटॉमिक नंबर 11, 2, 8, 1. सी एटॉमिक नंबर 17, 2, 8, 7. डी एटॉमिक नंबर 12, 2, 8, 2. ई एटॉमिक नंबर 13, 2, 8, 3. Clearly, in case of A and C, we see that they have the same number of valence electrons, right? If they have the same number of valence electrons, they are basically going to belong to the same group, right? So A and C is going to be your final answer. Now what I want you to note over here is, when you check for elements belonging to same group, please don't be mistaken by checking the valency. There can be groups which can have same valency, and of course these groups can be different, right? अगर आप ग्रुप 1 की बात करते हो, वैलेंसी क्या है 1. आप ग्रुप 17 की बात करते हो, वैलेंसी क्या है 1. सो वैलेंसी को बेसिस नहीं बनाना टू अंडरस्टैंड और डिसाइड कि कौन सा ग्रुप होगा. आपको क्या बेसिस बनाना है? वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन. दैट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन के बेसिस पे यू विल डिसाइड द ग्रुप नंबर. सो ग्रुप 1 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन 1, राइट? ग्रुप 17 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन 7 फॉर ऑल द एलिमेंट्स. दैट इज हाउ you will decide. Is it clear? If it's clear, when we talk about valency and valence electron, a quick thumbs up. Meanwhile, I'll just show you that the correct answer was option C. Yes, understood, great. Thumbs up, clear. Super clear, crystal clear. अच्छा, हर तरीके से question clear हो गया. Great, awesome. Correct. Alright, moving on. Now the next question is this. Which of the following does not belong to the same homologous series? Again, a poll is going to appear. 60 seconds will be given and your time starts now. The question says, which of the following does not belong? Now, when I look at the question, I need to be very particular about what the question is asking. Does not belong. That's why I keep telling you, सबसे पहले आप keywords underline करो. मेन फ्रेज जो है वो अंडरलाइन करो, डज नॉट बिलोंग. सेकेंड इज होमोलोगस सीरीज. वी ऑल नो व्हाट इज अ होमोलोगस सीरीज, राइट? वी जस्ट रिवाइज की होमोलोगस सीरीज क्या होती है. बेस्ड ऑन दैट, ऐसे कौन सा कंपाउंड यहाँ पे आपको गिवन है जो उस फैमिली को बिलोंग नहीं कर रहा, विच इज द ऑड वन आउट. यू नो दिस इज, बचपन में पढ़ते थे ना ऑड वन आउट बताओ. सो ये केमिस्ट्री का ऑड वन आउट, थोड़ा हायर लेवल पे अब हम आ गए हैं. नाउ वी नीड टू डील विद सच क्वेश्चंस एज वेल. सो इस लेवल पे in a way it's still odd one out question, right? So figure out and let's see what's going to be your answer. Last 3 seconds left. 2, 1 and time's up. All right, I can see that most of you got this one correct, which is great. Yes. So 55% of you've gone with option D, which is like the majority. Now let's see why rest of you could not land on the correct answer, because we need to understand where we are making mistake. वो gaps कहाँ आ रहे हैं. So first of all, yes, we need to focus on does not belong. जब हम homologous series की बात करते हैं, there is going to be a general formula. ठीक है, general formula होता है. In case of alkanes, the general formula we've discussed, it's CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula. अब यार बहुत basic है इसके आगे. What do you have to do? You just have to put the values of n equal to 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4, and then you will be able to figure out. n अगर 1 है, we get CH4. n अगर 2 है, we get C2H6. n अगर 3 है, we get C3H8. n अगर 4 है, we get C4H10. So पहले 3 तो belong कर रहे हैं alkanes की family में. But the fourth one in the question is C4H8, which is clearly not belonging, because if n is equal to 4, fourth member is going to be C4H10 and not C4H8. Yes? Great, yes. And this brings us to the correct answer, which is option D. This is the correct answer. So this is an alkane, 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 and this is alkene. Quickly tell me what's the general formula of alkene. जल्दी से बता दो, general formula alkenes का क्या है? Yes, Gyashart, not an alkane, alkene. दिशा ने सबसे पहले आंसर दे दिया है CnH2n. Before I could actually look at the chat box, she's already answered. It's like she already. Great, yes, I can see many of you have answered now. All right, next question. Now this question is basically a very important question of periodic classification, and it kind of, helps you understand the entire chapter in this one particular format only. अगर आपने ये question answer कर दिया, which means you've understood what the chapter is all about. Compare and contrast the arrangement of elements in Mendeleev's table and in modern periodic table. So these are the two important tables, right? Mendeleev ने अपनी classification दी, modern periodic table में किसी और basis पे classification है. Now what I want to know from you is, सुखजोत ने पहले आंसर दे दिया before I could actually complete my sentence. So yes, you are right, सुखजोत. So I was just about to say कि क्या differences है इस arrangement में. Saurav Singh is saying atomic mass, atomic number, basis is different. Noted. Done. So one difference you've given me. Correct. Tell me the next one. Number of groups, number of periods. Correct, correct, correct. Next one. Yes, Dhruvesh, I'm waiting for your answer. I'm doing well, thank you. Isotopes. Sanvi, Nantlal, bilkul correct. So I've got the third point of difference. अच्छा चलो ठीक है, 3 मिल गए. Hey, I saw somebody of the fourth one also. Murali Dharan is saying subgroups. Awesome. चलो, let's see. Now let's compare. And I'm not writing anything extra over here. जो आपने बताया है, वो ही यहाँ पे place होने वाला है, which is the best part. So it's not me telling you the answer, it's you kind of telling me the answer. Basis of arrangement, as you people told me, atomic mass in case of Mendeleev's periodic table and atomic number in case of modern periodic table. Right. Now number of groups in case of Mendeleev's periodic table, we've got 6 periods and 8 groups. But when we talk about modern, It's 7 periods and 18 groups. Isotopes. No place of isotopes over here. क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि basis क्या है? Atomic mass. Controversial है यहाँ पे. But for modern periodic table, isotopes obviously are being placed together at one spot because they've got the same atomic number. जब basis ही बदल गया तो isotopes की controversy भी address हो गई. Subgroups. In Mendeleev's, we see that groups are further divided, right? We've got subgroup A, subgroup B, but that's not the case when we talk about modern periodic table. There are no subgroups. So yes, well done. You people have actually answered this one completely by yourself. Yes, correct. So these are the 4 important and direct differences. जो आपको टेबल देख के समझ आ जाएगा कि यार यहाँ तो मास में डिफरेंस है, यहाँ तो एटॉमिक नंबर है, यहाँ कितने पीरियड्स एंड ग्रुप्स है, यहाँ सेकंड में दैट इज डिफरेंट. वहाँ पे आइसोटोप्स आर हैप्पीली प्लेस्ड, वहाँ पे दे आर क्रिएटिंग सम काइंड ऑफ कंफ्यूजन. सब ग्रुप्स आ रहे हैं, नहीं आ रहे हैं. सो इन अ वे दिस इज हाउ यू विल आंसर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. Write the bases over here and then you can easily differentiate. Yes? Yes, Bahul Singh, I will be doing that too. Correct, correct. अच्छा, आप कोबाल्ट निकल का स्पेसिफिक एग्जाम्पल नहीं दोगे क्योंकि इन अ वे आप वो कवर कर रहे हो व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट एटॉमिक मास एंड एटॉमिक नंबर. दैट इज इन अ वे अ डिफेक्ट, आई नो दैट, बट वो केटर हो रहा है व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द बेसिस कि आप कैसे प्लेस कर रहे हो. एंड यहाँ पे कोई आपको स्पेसिफिक एग्जाम्पल नहीं देना. यू हैव टू बेसिकली टॉक अबाउट द अरेंजमेंट कि वो कैसे एज अ होल डिफरेंट है. या if you want, yes, you can give maybe examples at the end, but these points are really, really important, that must be there. All right, moving on to the next question, and you are going to attempt the first part. Define the term isomer. 2 compounds, okay, we'll come to the second part later. First of all of you, define the term isomer. क्या होता है isomers? Yes, hi. Great, great. Join us now. That's okay. Atif Ali, you are going to answer this one. Tell me, what is this term isomer? Same molecular formula, different structures. Okay. So, we've just discussed this. They've got the same molecular formula. Isomers have the same molecular formula. In this case, it's C4H10. लेफ्ट वाला देखो या राइट वाला देखो, 4 कार्बन होंगे, 10 हाइड्रोजन होंगे. But they look very different because they've got different structures. And this phenomena was isomerism. Yes? Now moving on to the next part of the question. 2 compounds have the same molecular formula, C3H6O. Write the name of these compounds and their structural formula. Okay, 2 compounds are having same molecular formula है, so you know we're talking about isomers over here, C3H6O. You have to name these compounds and write their structures. Quickly, जल्दी से बताओ ये वाला क्या होगा. You can just post the name over here. Of course, you cannot draw the structure. Okay. आपको सिर्फ इतना बताना है इस क्वेश्चन में. चलो फंक्शनल ग्रुप बता दो. टेल मी द फंक्शनल ग्रुप इन दीज 2 कंपाउंड्स. आई कैन सी समबडी राइटिंग अबाउट प्रोपेनॉन, प्रोपेनल, कीटोन, बेंजीन. मतलब बेंजीन इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट ऐसा भी नहीं है कि हर क्वेश्चन में यू हैव टू आंसर बेंजीन ओनली. कीटोन, कीटोन, अल्कोहल, एल्डिहाइड, कीटोन, एसिड, हैलोजन ही रह गया, वो भी बोल दो. ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हेन यू लुक एट C3H6O, यू सी अ सिंगल O, राइट? एसिड को आउट कर दो. फॉर एसिड यू नीड डबल ओ, राइट? आपने एक फंक्शनल ग्रुप तो हटा दिया. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू फिगर आउट कि क्या हो रहा है क्वेश्चन में. यू डोंट सी एनी हैलोजन, हैलोजन भी हटा दो. नाउ यू लेफ्ट विद अल्कोहल, यू लेफ्ट विद एल्डिहाइड, यू लेफ्ट विद कीटोन. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दीस हैविंग C3H6O, a ketone is possible and aldehyde is possible. Try drawing an alcohol with 3 carbon atoms. You'll be able to draw the alcohol, but is it having this molecular formula C3H6O? Cannot, right? So alcohol क्या हो जाएगा? CH3, CH2, CH2OH. ये 3 कार्बन का अल्कोहल होगा. Count the number of hydrogen, it's not matching with the one given to us. So, obviously, it's a ketone and an aldehyde. CH3CO, CH3, that means 3 carbons, 6 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. CH3, CH2, CHO, again 3 carbon, 6 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Yes? Yes, correct, propanol and propanol. And I can see most of you are not just writing about कीटोन एंड एल्डिहाइड, यू आर एक्चुअली टेलिंग मी मैम ये ना प्रोपेनॉन है और ये वाला प्रोपेनल है. Great, awesome. All right, so in the exam if this question comes, mention that isomers have same molecular formula, different structures, and then when we talk about, write the name of these compounds. You've written propenon, propanol. This is going to be, I'm cutting it over here, this is propenon, propanol, okay, Al. Now over here, what you can note that these are going to be the structures. Yes? All right. Yes, this is a ketone group and this is an aldehyde group. Correct? Propenon, propanol. Correct, correct. Awesome, guys. Yes, that's why alcohol cannot be there. All right, moving on to the next question that we have. Compare the following as per the characteristics. बहुत जल्दी से क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करेंगे. You'll give me quick answers in the chat box. First part is lithium and nitrogen based on atomic radius. किसका atomic radius ज्यादा है, किसका कम है? So the basis is the atomic radii given to us over here. Quickly. Okay. Lithium का एटॉमिक रेडियस ज्यादा होगा कि नाइट्रोजन का? लिथियम, 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 लिथियम. सब लिथियम की टीम में है. ऑल राइट, चलो लेट्स सी. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दे आर पीरियड 2 एलिमेंट्स, राइट? पीरियड 2 एलिमेंट्स की जब हम बात करते हैं, लेफ्ट टू राइट, व्हाट हैपेंस? नंबर ऑफ शेल्स तो सेम रहते हैं, बट इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज आपका बढ़ रहा है, ड्यू टू विच एटॉमिक साइज इज डिक्रीजिंग. लिथियम इज having more atomic radii as compared to nitrogen. Correct. Next part, potassium and chlorine based on electronegativity. किसकी electronegativity ज्यादा है? Quickly, this is really easy वाले, इसमें कुछ नहीं सोचना यार, ये तो बिल्कुल एक मेटल गिवन है, एक नॉन मेटल गिवन है. किसकी electronegativity ज्यादा है? क्लोरीन, 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 क्लोरीन. लिथियम कौन लिख रहा है? अच्छा, पुराने वाले का आंसर. ओके, क्लोरीन, क्लोरीन, क्लोरीन. ऑल राइट, यस. सो नाउ जब हम इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी की बात करेंगे डाउन द ग्रुप एंड अक्रॉस द पीरियड, लेट्स क्रॉस चेक बोथ. क्योंकि आपका पोटेशियम ये रहा, क्लोरीन ये रहा, ना वो सेम पीरियड में है ना वो सेम ग्रुप में है. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर कंपेयरिंग बोथ द प्रॉपर्टीज, बोथ द ट्रेंड्स बेसिकली. इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज डाउन द ग्रुप डिक्रीज कर रहा है, सो टेंडेंसी टू अट्रैक्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भी डिक्रीज करेगा, ड्यू टू विच इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी इज इन अ वे डिक्रीजिंग. बट लेफ्ट टू राइट इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज इंक्रीज करता है, जिसकी वजह से टेंडेंसी टू अट्रैक्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स भी बढ़ रही है, इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी भी बढ़ रही है. सो इफ आई टॉक अबाउट दिस ट्रेंड राइट नाउ डाउन द ग्रुप, डाउन द ग्रुप इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी क्या हो रही है? डिक्रीज हो रही है, राइट? डाउन द ग्रुप इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिक्रीज हो रही है. अब क्लोरीन एंड पोटेशियम में डाउन द ग्रुप पोटेशियम आएगा. अलग अलग ग्रुप्स अलग अलग हैं, बट ऑब्वियसली वी आर गोइंग डाउन द ग्रुप, राइट? तो अगर ये बेसिस लगाओगे तब भी क्लोरीन ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव है. लेफ्ट टू राइट अगर आप अक्रॉस द पीरियड जा रहे हो तो ऑब्वियसली पोटेशियम लेफ्ट साइड पे है, आपका क्लोरीन राइट साइड पे है. इन दैट केस ऑल्सो अक्रॉस अ पीरियड एज यू गो फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट, इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी इंक्रीजेस, विच मीन्स क्लोरीन इज गोइंग टू बी मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. तो कोई भी लॉजिक लगा लो, कोई भी ट्रेंड लगा लो, आपका फाइनल आंसर वही आएगा. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन, मैग्नीशियम एंड कैल्शियम बेस्ड ऑन वैलेंसी. समवंस राइटिंग ऑप्शन ए, ये एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है. दिस इज अ सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन. Muralidharan is the first one to say same. Idika, Monisha, Meena Devi, सब कह रहे हैं same. Harita, all of you are saying same. Yes. So, when we talk about magnesium and calcium, what happens? Magnesium, calcium. जब आप उनका configuration लिखोगे with atomic number 12 and 20 respectively, you'll notice they have the same valence electrons. सेम वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, तो वैलेंसी क्या हो जाएगी? सेम. Both of them are going to lose 2 electrons to obtain noble gas configuration. So the combining capacity is 2 and 2 for both. So basically it's same. So this is how you have to present your answer if this question comes in the exam. From the exam point of view, you can mention atomic radius of lithium is more than that of nitrogen, because left to right what happens to size? It is decreasing. Why? Because effective nuclear charge is increasing. Chlorine is going to be more electronegative than potassium. Again, as you're moving left to right, what is happening? Electronegativity is increasing. Why? Because effective nuclear charge is increasing. Valency of both calcium and magnesium is going to be same, that is 2, because they've got the same valence electrons and they are basically group 2 elements. Alright, moving on to the next question. Now you know a poll is going to appear. You can see a timer over here. Which of the following is the correct representation of the electron dot structure of nitrogen? Your time starts now. You've got 60 seconds to answer this one. Correct representation of electron dot structure of nitrogen. Of course, I cannot ask you to draw the structure and show it to me. So we've kind of put this question out there that you draw, but then we can still cross check कि आपको आंसर आया कि नहीं आया. Is it A, B, C or D? बहुत क्लोज ऑप्शंस है वैसे, मगर अगर लॉजिक आता है ना तो बहुत क्लियर कट आंसर है इसका. देखते ही समझ आ जाएगा व्हाट्स द करेक्ट आंसर. यस, आई कैन सी मोस्ट ऑफ यू गोइंग विद ऑप्शन डी. चैट में सब ऑप्शन डी के साथ जा रहे हैं. C. Prince Kumar is going with C. Rest everybody is going with D. Great. Let's see. Time's up and let's solve this question now. Okay. नाइट्रोजन की बात कर रहे हैं. Starting of the session, you people said, यार अब हमें कोई भी आप compound दे दो. We'll be able to draw the electron dot structure, right? So based on that, I can see that 60% of you have landed on the correct answer. तो ठीक है, majority of you have actually stood by what you said. नाइट्रोजन की जब हम बात करते हैं, atomic number is 7, configuration 2,5, N2, right? 2 nitrogen atoms are there. दोनों के पास 5 valence electrons है. We are just concerned with this valence electrons only. दोनों के पास 5 है. अब दोनों बहुत ही कंफर्टेबली इलेक्ट्रॉन्स शेयर करेंगे टू बी स्टेबल, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द फाइनल इलेक्ट्रॉन डॉट स्ट्रक्चर. सो ऑप्शन डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Yes, you people have got this one right. Yes, you can smile now. You can take a sigh of relief. Moving on to the next question. Where would you locate the element with electronic configuration 2,8 in the modern periodic table? 60 seconds on your screen and time has already started. Think quickly. Configuration is given to you as 2,8. Okay. Based on this, just look at the valence electrons, outermost shell, and you will be able to answer this quickly. But एक option में आप confuse हो सकते हो. I'm just assuming that though. But yes, having said that, I'm hoping that all of you will land on the correct answer. I can see that most of you have already answered it, but we are still left with around 20 seconds more. It's good to know that you people have actually, gained that confidence to answer all the questions quickly now. Yes. Correct. I can see that 65% of you have gone with, okay, 66% of you have gone with option C. And some of you are also telling me कि यार ये element ना मैम ये वाला है. Great. Let's see. Electronic configuration 28. Question में ना I feel कहीं ना कहीं आंसर hidden होता है. All you need is कि आप question को अच्छे से analyze कर सको. Because I feel the answer is right there. If you have that conceptual knowledge, looking at the question is like looking at the answer only in some way. 2,8 आपको given है. Atomic number 10 है क्योंकि electrons अब आपके 10 है, protons भी 10 है. But okay, we are concerned with this. 2,8. Now the valence electrons are going to determine the group number. आप 8 valence electron देख रहे हो. 8 valence electron देख के what do you have to do? Just add 10. So 10 plus 8, 18. Group 18, which is option C. That is the correct answer. Yes? Great. Yes, yes. I can see you people have landed on the correct answer. Great. Nice, nice. Alright, with this we've effectively covered all the important concepts and all the related questions. So we've got you covered guys, and keep practicing this way. That is really important. Practice करते रहो, कोई problem नहीं आएगी. This time we've come up with another homework question for you people, and I could see most of you have posted thumbs up कि हम definitely question attempt करेंगे, and all those smileys कि हम दोबारा question attempt करेंगे. So let's see कि आप ये वाला question after the session post करते हो कि नहीं. Let me read the question for you. 3 organic compounds A, B and C have the following molecular formulae. C4H8O2, C4H10O, C4H8O. Okay. Now there are 3 parts to this question. You have to figure out which compound contains an alcohol and write its name and structural formula. Second part is which compound contains a carboxyl group, write its name and structural formula. And the third one is which molecular formula can represent an aldehyde as well as ketone. Again, you have to write the name and structural formula of the aldehyde and ketone represented by that particular formula. Now attempt this question after this session and come back and post your answers in the comment section so that I don't lose looking at your comment, right? Great, yes. Effective revision, bilkul. Of course, there's a free trial class link in the description box. You can go ahead and check that out too. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Yes? Great. Quickly like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss any notification from our end. अब आज हमने बहुत अच्छे से revision करी है, but now you people have to put this revision to good use. Panic नहीं करना है, practice करना है. See, if you will practice, there is no need to panic. And if you will panic, you will not be able to practice. So choose wisely, and I'm sure you know what the right thing is. कि बहुत सारी practice करनी है. Yes? So give me loads of thumbs up if you will practice a lot. Loads of smileys. Great, awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You people have amazing energy levels. Alright guys, keep practicing, keep exploring the magic of chemistry, and I'll see you in the next session.